Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about something that, well, confuses so many of us. Uh, and so I thought I'd address it. Drum tuning. The art of drum tuning. What is drum tuning? And why does it confuse so many of us? Like, why do we put our heads in the clouds? Why has it become such a mathematical equation to tune a drum? And I often wonder, the masters, Elvin, Tony, Max, Art Blakey, all the great masters, did they spend so much time thinking about drum tuning the way that we do today? Were they putting their finger in the middle of the drum, tuning the drum that way? I'm just curious. Uh, Seems like you put your finger in the middle of the drum, you turn a few lugs, you multiply that times the 10th square of 100, and it equals a sound. No, guys, it's actually much simpler than that. Why not do something called trust your ears? Ah, trusting your ears is a beautiful thing. There are a couple of key things that we'll talk about before we get to demonstrating what I'm here to show you today. A, the diameter of the drum is going to affect how your drum sounds. Smaller drums, well, if you tune a smaller drum down super low, it's not going to sound as good, right? The opposite for a bigger drum. You tune a bigger drum up super high, it loses the depth of the drum. So, okay. Now, as I was younger, when I was younger, I should say, coming up playing, I was into this Max Roach type of sound, like the bebop sound I thought was that sound. But in reality, and I know this is gonna make a lot of you guys maybe upset, when you tune your drums up super high, all you're doing is choking the sound of the drum. So when you hit those drums, ting, and it sounds like that, you've choked the drum out so much that you can't get a sound from it. As opposed to when you loosen it up just a little bit, you can still have a higher tone, but you get the bottom, you get the depth of the sound. Same thing for bigger drums. You tune those bigger drums up super high and you lose all the bottom end of the sound. Why would you do that? Yeah. Or the opposite. If you tune it down too much, it sounds muddy. So where is the fine point on the drum to tune it? Well, there are different factors I think that we have to think about also. The type of wood that you're dealing with affects the sound of the drum. The thickness, the plies, as we say, affect the sound of the drum. So all of those things, the rims you have. Now, uh-oh, here I go. Oh boy, I'm getting very scientific. Guys, back to your ears. Tune a drum to what sounds good to you, right? With all of those factors in mind, what I just said, because those are all super important, I think. So, we're going to demonstrate some of these points to you. We'll take a drum and tune it different ways and let you see what sounds good to your ear. Now, I'll just explain to you before I even get started on this process what I do. Of course, the type of heads you use also. So I'm using pretty much coated heads, maybe coated ambassadors, coated emperors. Okay, cool. On the bass drum, same thing. All my drums are wide open. There's no tape. There's nothing inside of the bass drum. All the drums are wide open because I want to hear that tone, Also, on toms, what I usually do, and this is going to be kind of interesting, my approach. I tune the bottom head for the tone and the top head for the feel. But then I fine tune the top head also for a little bit of the tone. And I always have one lug that I can use to manipulate the tone or the pitch. When I say tone, I'm speaking of pitch. So sometimes you arrive at a club, you don't have enough time to detune all the drums and tune them back up. You might get there just in time to play the gig. So what do you do then? So we're going to talk about all these topics. And thank you guys again for joining us. When I say us, I mean Hutch on my YouTube channel. And I hope you're enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I took a few days off just to think of some content. And I watched a bunch of videos. And I was like, man, why does everybody make drum tuning so difficult? I never had a problem tuning my drums. And I've done some strange methods. Oh my God. Woo-wee. I've done the put your finger in the middle, tune each lug like this, yeah, or tune each opposite lug. Oh my God, yes, okay, all of that is correct. But like I said, sometimes you don't have time to do that, so you have to trust your ears. I've done tuning to triads, tuning to specific notes, but I'll show you just how you can achieve your sound and actually get your own sound everywhere you go when you sit down to play. So thanks, guys. Like I said again, I hope you enjoy, and I hope that, you know, my method helps you to become a little more at ease in drum tuning and, you know, enjoy it. Actually, I have a lot of fun. Now, I am not going to detune all these drums back here. No. I'm going to take my 12-inch tom and demonstrate it to you this way, but I'm not detuning all these drums. Nah, I'm not going to do that. The same process should work for the bass drum, snare drum. I'll just explain to you snare drum. I like my bottom snare head to be tight because I want a crispy sound. I hate a kind of sound. That's not my thing. So the bottom head I tune fairly tight. The top head, again, we're going for feel. But we'll get into all that. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the Hutch channel. Peace. Oh, that creak in my chair is killing me. So here I have my 12-inch tom, right? So we're going to detune this. So I'm going to show you the whole process. We're going to tune it all. We're going to take it all the way down, right? Each lug. So thank you, Pearl, for these great drums. Maple Gums, guys. I love it. It's awesome drums. So we're going to tune everything all the way back. Everything is loose, right? Everything is loose. We're going to start from 0 on the bottom. Same like so, right? You see? Now we're going to do the same thing here. At the top, we're tuning everything. We're turning it back. I want you to see the whole process from start to finish. Okay. Like I said, this is just my way of doing things, but I wanted you to see everything that's going on. So these drums are completely, oh my God. Imagine if you showed up at the gig. Oh, Lord, I love that tone. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go, right? So what I like to do first is to just hand tighten every lug so it's at a point, right? So everything is tight. Okay. Now watch this. I'm making sure everything is straight. I want to make sure the lugs are straight right here. Straight, straight, straight. Get that one. It's too loose. Straight. Now, this is what I do. This is Hutch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then, of course, yes. Pretty much good to go. So now, let's turn the drum over. Same thing. Make sure everything is tight. Hand to the, you know, that you're tight with your fingers right here so it's nothing else. Now let's go again. Same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's see what we have here. Let's see. So look, that's just doing that. I didn't do anything else, right? I didn't edit the video. So now let's go back and fine tune again. Okay, now, remember I said, now let me show you an example of what happens if if I choke this drum up. So if I'm like, oh no, I need more, I keep tuning, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's not enough, I wanna be high, I wanna get that jazz sound. So now I've tightened everything up super tight, right? The drum is choked out. It's choked out. It lost the body that it had. Jesus, how could I do that to myself? Let's tune it back down. Oh boy, here we go. I could already feel her loosening up already. Pause, excuse me. Now, you might say, well, I don't really, let's see again. Perfectly in tune. But maybe I want to get just a little more depth to that, right? So maybe then I go back to the top. I might actually loosen a little bit more just to round her out some more, right? Let's see what happens. You see now the tone and the pitch went down a little bit more. Ah, my drum is great for me. So like I said, there's no mystery to it. You have to do what feels good. Now I could have done one lug each, right? Top and bottom. That would have worked also. But I usually do two, and I'll do the same for all the drums. Same thing. I don't I don't change the process. And then I adjust, I fine tune the top head, like I said. But I've seen so many videos where it's been made into this thing that is like, it takes you forever. It doesn't take you forever to tune a damn drum. You just have to use your ears and see what sounds good. So, hopefully this helps. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Now let's put this drum back on here and see what it is. Now the view you're getting is from my other cam also that's on my chest here, my Insta cam. So let's see what we got. Sounds good to me. Does it sound good to you? So this is my video for drum tuning. Really to really debunk this whole thing that I kept seeing online where guys make it look so difficult to tune a damn drum. Like I said, if you choke the drum out, it's not going to sound good. So this is what this is. Not that hard. You practice it on all your drums, and you too can get the sound that you're looking for. Take care.